Would you like to hear a story about a man who lost all his booty?
Of course I would. Are we not brothers for the cause?
It's an inspirational story of love and loss, perseverance, and booty reclamation.
He lost and reclaimed that booty?
Yes, sir. So cheer up, my lads. You can too.
All joking aside, this is a story about how, about a year ago, I nearly lost everything. My marriage, my life, my children. I hit rock bottom, and then some. And how I came back. How I found the strength to live again. And became a better version of myself. Long story short, in 2020, my marriage fell apart. I got incredibly sick with COVID. My life blew up in my face. I found myself alone without any support, facing down the maw of pain and anger that had followed me my entire life. All those mistakes, all those wishes, all those hopes, everything had all been dashed, and I found myself back at square one. But this time, I wasn't a young whippersnapper. I was almost 40. I was twice divorced, 2 kids, and not in the best shape. It was at this moment that I hit rock bottom, wallowing in my own pity, wondering how it is that I got here, alone, with no one to turn to. I had an analogy that I used for my life around this point. I described my life and my relationship with my ex-wife as a ship that we put together and that we maintained and that we kept on this course of life. But eventually, one of us stopped putting as much into that boat and it started breaking down. Now, it doesn't mean it still wasn't moving along. It just wasn't moving along very well. And when it was all said and done and my wife jumped ship, I was attached to that sinking wreckage of what used to be my life. And as it sank and sank and sank, I sank with it, all the way to the bottom. And when I was there, I stayed there for a while. But eventually, I untangled myself from the wreckage, and I slowly started swimming to the top. And after a good while, I started seeing the light. I could see the surface, but I wasn't there. And finally, after what feels like a millennia, I put my head above the water and decided it was time for me to build my own boat and move on. So I hit the gym. I started taking care of myself again. I started remembering that I needed to be better